गाडी त भाड्देऊ अनि टोलको नाम चाहिँ सिरे पहिला यो रोड थिएन घर पनि यस्तै थिएन यस्तो झुरु झुरु थियो मेरो अब यहीँ हुर्केको अनि राम्रो लाग्छ
Nepal is definitely a third world country, or developing country, I should say. It's an interesting place where old and new meet. It's kind of a perfect Tai Chi symbol, you know, the yin-yang symbol. I mean, it's just extreme yuck, extreme beauty.
Every culture has, like, you know, its own differences. America is like the other end of the world. In this world, like everywhere, wherever you go, like there are like good and bad things. So I say it's a very beautiful country. Yeah, obviously all the country have some bad things. That's normal. Wow. Yeah.
That is the thing. Having compassion is one thing, but having a good compassion is another thing. Compassion needs strength, compassion needs wisdom. You cannot fix the whole world problem, but just being there in the first and doing some little bit, you can. Whether the medicine take it or not is my choice, but the front of the person being there just looking to you is relieved. So thank you very much to coming and helping all these people.
Hey.
Any problem with that? No? Okay. Has the acupuncture been helping?
Acupuncture, yes. getting better.
ไปบันที
Before I couldn't walk.
Okay. And let me see your tongue one more time. See if we can slow some of that tremor down.
हेरौँ तपाईँको यो कामले अलि कम गर्न सक्छौँ कि
Okay.
Do you have a tolerable amount of pain, just a little bit of pain, or a lot of pain?
अब छ नि भन्न खोजेको छ नि अलिअलि दुख्छ कि सहन सक्दो जति दुख्छ कि धेरै दुख्छ
सहन सक्ने धेरै नै छ अब सहन त अब जति हमारे चाहिँ नि हाइ म त पनि lai
I was about to come here, but my daughter-in-law went to the field for work and no one was there to take care of her children, so I couldn't come.
That's okay. I'm glad you're here now.
ठिक छ तपाईं अहिले आउनुभयो मलाई अहिले राम्रो लाग्यो है Yeah.
We're going to do some tests and then we'll do a short massage treatment and we'll see if that relieves any of the discomfort.
Chapagan's a small village just outside of Kathmandu. Once you leave the valley, when you come out to the villages, there is no economy. Most everybody's a subsistence farmer. And without any money, there's no ability for there to be doctors because it takes money to run clinics. We set up and we thought, if 3 people show up, well, then, I guess we treat 3 people, but it was more like somewhere in the neighborhood of about 120 to 150 a day. Over the last 4 years, we've really sort of perfected this model. Our clinic serves many thousands of people.
We had nothing at the clinic at that time. We had no water, we had no electricity supply, we had no cooking stove. And it was during that time that we rounded up people who would be happy to be trained as interpreters. And we rounded up patients. And since then, we haven't looked back.
One after breakfast, one after lunch, one after dinner?
Our current interpreters are a real mixture, but they're all under 26. And the one thing they do share is enormous commitment to keep learning and practicing what they do, and an enormous commitment to their patients.
ताईले यो दिदी लानुभयो यो दिदीले अनि म गयो म पछि अनि यो दिदी फेरि यो दिदीमाथि यो फुलमाया.
So you come a long way to come to the clinic.
क्लिनिकमा आउनलाई तपाईलाई लामो समय लाग्छ है लामो बाटो छ है तपाईको
How long does it take you to get here?
यहाँ आइपुग्न कति समय लाग्छ तपाईलाई
3 घण्टा 7 बजे आउँछ
We come 7 in the morning from the home and we arrive 9. Yeah.
I see you've been coming to see us for a while for knee pain.
तपाईं यहाँ आइरहनु भएको अलि लामो समय भयो है घुँडा दुखेको लागि Yeah, after coming here and having treatment, it's a lot better.
And then I want to just check the mobility of the knee. So you can put your foot up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, just relax. So acupuncture is one of the modalities we use in traditional Chinese medicine. It's a modality where we use very thin, sterile needles placed in specific spots in the body. By accessing these different points, we trigger a healing response.
पहिला चाहिँ बिसकै भएन किन त्यस्तो खोजिया मात्रै हो जस्तो लागेको थियो अहिले बिसक भयो राम्रो जस्तै लाग्यो मान्छेलाई खोजिराख्दाखेरि हामीलाई पनि कस्तो लागिरहेको
मलाई अब कस्तो पहिला के हुन्छ कस्तो हुन्छ केही थाहा छैन हैन त्यहाँ गएपछि मान्छेले त्यो सिउले भप्दाखेरि म त डर लाग्थ्यो पछि त हे मलाई लाग्यो चाहिँ त्यति दुख्दैन लाग्यो कि अनि राम्रो भयो भने पछि देखि
One of the main questions that I get is why acupuncture? Like, don't people in these regions need Western medicine? I'm quick to point out we treat with acupuncture, but our mission here is primary care, which has to do with proper evaluation, diagnostics, and making proper referrals, and really determining what is best for a patient.
As a practitioner, it was nice to be a part of that assessment process of knowing what we can do and when to refer out.
And where acupuncture is very effective is that it's very inexpensive. You can treat 50, 60 people a day for $100 US. We can treat a great variety of conditions, especially pain. And at this clinic, a good 60-65% of what we see is chronic pain.
When you first started coming, what was your chief complaint?
अनि यहाँ पहिलोचोटि आउँदाखेरि मुख्य तपाईको कुन चाहिँ समस्या लिएर आउनुभएको थियो मेन्स्ट्रुएसन पेन It hurts like very badly, like intolerable pain. Before I used to get sick for like 3 days. Telling your problem is good for you. Yeah, if there is like friends, then it's easy to say like this happened, that happened, like that.
Yeah. What were your friends?
हामी तपाईको साथ नै हो.
Our interpreters are the crowning jewel of our project. They help us make that critical connection.
When I heard about interpreting, I thought it's going to be easy. Interpreting is just not about like you just communicating. There were a lot of things that we had to notice. My point of view towards interpreting is totally different now. I will interpreting differently.
And their job is to translate exactly. So even the grunts and groans and you know, if you're thinking about what you want to be doing, they will repeat your sound to the patient and vice versa.
We listen to people's stories every day, and then we obviously feel for them. And the work we do like really inspires us to become much better people in life.
We all want to be happy and we want to be a good person, but we don't know how we can be. But since I started working here, I feel like how to be a good person.
How are you doing today? Tisha, does walking hurt?
It hurts.
Yeah, where does it hurt when you walk?
In my leg.
In your knees?
So it's our own immune system that is attacking the joint. It's what we call an autoimmune disease. So the acupuncture can help, reduce the inflammation, and by doing that, we can preserve the joint. But does it reverse the condition? No. It helps regulate or moderate. It's a bad disease. Autoimmune diseases are very hard to treat. And it was
Put more in, like since just to put more.
This was from the morning.
Huh?
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
8:30.
8:30.
you can't really reach some of these villages by car, so it's either walking or motorbike. This is a way that we expand our reach of this clinic, is by taking an interpreter and a practitioner, loading them up with a mobile kit and putting them on a motorbike, and then they can go out to a village.
I went to Godavari for the first time, and I got to treat a little 5.5-year-old boy that was very sweet.
It's an opportunity for anyone, no matter, age, race, caste, color, religion, to come in and be heard, be listened to, and to be treated.
About 5:15, we start to hear the puja, horns and cymbals and drums and chanting. So that's often what we wake up with.
2 Julys ago, so a year and a half ago, was the last time she saw a Western medical doctor and was advised that she was in active phase and really needed to be on steroids, corticosteroid injections. And so we really want you to also see the Western style doctor for some stronger medication. And how do you talk to them about that when they don't have much money? It's expensive. For them, it's very expensive.
This problem is never going to be cured. It may come and go, but it's never going to be cured. And also, it's not going to take life.
That's true. Probably can't be cured. But what we can do is really decrease the time that the disease is strong and give her more good days with less pain.
Sometimes people will be resistant to go to the hospital. It's expensive. You know, you might see a child that's got a bad ear infection, and you might have to, you know, really convince the mother to get them over for some antibiotics. It's going to be those sticky cases that are the ones that are going to go home with you, that you're going to go like, oh, I so wanted to get that person better, and I just wasn't able to. Okay? You'll forget all about the hundreds of people that you touched that got better. It'll be that one case that you feel like, oh, if I could only done something, I could have gotten them better.
Obviously, yes, it's a developing country and a lot of poverty.
In the Godavari clinic, we have a lot of so-called untouchable castes. Everyone is treated absolutely equally. The poorest amongst the poor will come in. They're treated just the same. I'm a mugger, but we're also called the drinking caste. So, like most of the guys there, I think most of them have gotten into alcoholism.
Most of my patients are folks that are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're struggling with pain constantly, and when people are talking about pain here, they're talking about real pain. It's legitimate. I fell down a cliff. I was in a bike accident. You know, I've been working 15 years in the fields, you know, carrying, you know it's a real pain.
Cleaning with them, gएको छैन पहिला भन्न गएछौँ टिको भएर ठाउँ ठाउँ त्यो होला नि
कस्तो हुन्थ्यो अब